warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Indah Lestari. I'm a student of International Program of Accounting, Universitas Muhammadiyah, Yogyakarta, 2016. And now I will continue the presentation to the chapter 10 with the topic about measurement of public sector organization. Before arriving at the definition of performance measurement, we must first know the meaning of performance itself. According to Mahsun 2009 from various literatures, in general summarized performance is a description of the level of achievement of an activity or program or policy in realizing goals, objectives, the mission and vision of the organization contained in the strategic planning of an organization. While according to Mahmoudi 2010, performance is interpreted as multidimensional constructions and measurement depends on the complexity of the factors that shape and influence it. Among others, the first is personal or individual factors. The second is leadership factors. The third one is team factors. The fourth one is system factors. And the last one is contextual or situational factors. After we know what is performance, and now we should know what performance measurement it is. According to Lohman 2003, performance measurement is an activity of evaluating the achievement of certain targets derived from the strategic objectives of the organization. Some opinions also state that performance measurement is a management tool used to improve the quality of decision making and accountability in organizations. So, performance measurement can be concluded as a method or tool used to assess the achievement of activities based on a strategic plan so that progress can be known organization as well as to improve the quality of decision making and accountability. Measurement is an important part of the management control process for the public sector. According to the Mahmoudi 2010, there are 6 objectives measuring sector performance public. Namely, the first is to determine the level of achievement of organizational goals. Second is providing employee learning facilities. Third is improve performance in the next period. The fourth one is provide systematic consideration in making reward and decision punishment. The fifth is motivating employees. And the last one is creating public accountability. Measurement of non-financial performance. Public sector organizations exist for the purpose of providing services to the public. Our government exists to govern. Hospitals are intended to provide self-service health. Schools are established to provide educational services, as are orphanage, houses of worship, and other public sector organizations. The organization was established for non-financial purpose. Performance measurement in the form of public service. In context, this refers to a more specific understanding that is different from what is done by private sector organization. This is required public sector organization to look at important aspects of providing certain services which are given critically to groups or certain individuals. There are 6 innate challenges faced in measuring the performance of sector organizational public as follows. The first is cost measurement. The second is reliability of output size. The third one is causality relations between inputs and output. The next one is narrowness output size. The fifth one is competence versus hardness in reporting size. And the last one is performance control. Constraints in measuring performance. Measurement in the private sector relies on financial aspect because the goal is to make profits so that they are easily measured because they are quantitative and real. However, this condition is different from public sector organization, where the assessment of the success of sector organization public is carrying out their functions is the satisfaction felt by the community for the provisions of qualitative goods and services. Thus, Mahsun 2009 met several obstacles faced in measuring the performance of organizations public sector, including the first one is the purpose of the organization is not to maximize profits. The purpose of public sector organization is to improve public services and the provision of public goods. The second is the nature of the output is quantitative, intangible, and indirect. The third is between input and output um, does not have a discretionary cost center. In the concept of accountability accounting, public sector organizations are an entity that must be treated as a responsibility center. The fourth is does not operate based on market force so that it requires instruments to replace market mechanism. And the last one is associated with customer satisfaction or community. According to Niven 2003, there are 6 concepts of measuring the performance of public sector organizations and non-profit organizations. Namely, the first is financial accountability, the second is output program, the third is adherence to standards of quality and service delivery, the fourth one is participant-related measurement, and the fifth is key performance indicators, and the sixth one is client satisfaction. That according to Mahsun 2009, there are 4 approaches performance measurement that can be applied to public sector organizations. Namely, the first is budget analysis. Budget analysis is the performance measurement carried out by comparing the budget expenditure with its realization. The results obtained are in the form of more favorable variance or unfavorable variance. The second is ratio analysis of financial statements. The third one is balance scorecard. The fourth is value of money. The value of money is a performance measurement that is based on the concept of value for money, which is an expansion of the scope of financial audit. Indicator analysis performance measurement consists of economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. I think it's enough for the presentation of chapter 10. I hope you can enjoy this video and you can understand what I'm talking about. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.